I am in Atlanta, and to be a part of that Delta family, to come back around after decades away, that is the greatest thing I can think of. That is the highlight of what my career would be, and it would define everything. And so that's why Delta.
Most pilots don't understand what career opportunities are available in the world of aviation. They're making career decisions based on advice from friends or posts on internet forums, meaning they are taking huge risks with their livelihood without having all the details. This podcast was created to help you understand the aviation industry so you can find your dream job. Let's get ready for Pushback. Here's your host and my dad, Nick Fialka.
What's up, pilot? It is Nick Fialka, and this is another solo episode. And today's topic is, why do you want to fly for our company? Why? What is it about our company makes you want to spend your career here? And that is a tough question. I want you to consider why people are asking these questions. I want you to think about the fact that right now, the economy right now needs pilots. They need lots of pilots. And they're going to hire pilots, but they want to hire the right pilot. They want to hire that pilot that is aligned with what that company thinks they are, with the culture that they're trying to foster. They want to hire pilots that will easily represent what that company stands for. And this is your first opportunity to let them know that you are that kind of person. So the first thing I want you to do is start doing a little digging, start understanding the company. Go and check out all of their websites, check out their HR or their culture buttons on their websites and read, find out what they are. What are the precepts that they have set forward that they say that they stand for? And think about them and internalize them. And when you have them understood, you can then look into your history, look into yourself, and find parallels that align with that. Now, if you know what the pillars are that the company has set forth that they say they stand for, then that's great. But that's not going to get you the job saying that you can memorize their core values and be able to talk about it. But they're not going to ask you, you're not going to walk up to Delta and they're not going to ask you, what do you know about honesty? What do you know about integrity? What do you know about respect? What do you know about perseverance? What do you know about servant leadership? They are listening. They're not listening for you to say key words. What they are doing is listening to what you're saying and how that ties in with their culture and what their core values are. And so as you craft this, right, these answers are crafted. They're not improvised. They are crafted and created to be impactful. They are not canned. Man, you'll hear them say canned answers all the time. They are not going to be like, if you walk in there and robotically lay out their core values and say that you have these things, that is a canned answer. That is somebody that doesn't give a shit, that just showed up and they're giving the very minimum. And that very minimum is embarrassing and you should be ashamed of yourself. What you should do is reach deep and find a way to craft a story that is all your own. If you get why United, if you get why FedEx, if you get why Republic, why Raven Alaska, why pick your company, you should be able to have a story that is compelling and awesome and only yours. And if you can do that, they're going to nod their head and think, awesome. I want to tell you about a guy I got to meet that was a client of mine, and his name is Tim Jefferson. Tim had an interview with Delta, and he was super excited about it and had a lot of really interesting history, did a lot of cool flying. And when I asked him why Delta, he told me a story like this. He said that he had grown up on Camp Creek Road in College Park, Georgia, and that he was a football player and that he played football on the approach end of one of the runways in Atlanta, and every day during practice and every game, there would be Delta jets flying overhead. Delta was a sponsor of his high school football team. His uncle worked at Delta. He had family that was Delta. Camp Creek Road, in case you don't know, like Camp Creek Road is that road that goes into the airport, and it's where like the Delta employee parking lot is. It oozes Delta, and he grew up there, and he grew up breathing and living Delta. And he told that as the fact that like, here I am in my 30s. I grew up in Atlanta. I am Atlanta. Delta is Atlanta. I am coming home. I'm coming to my family. And whether or not I'm flying for Delta, I am in Atlanta. And to be a part of that Delta family, to come back around after decades away, that is the greatest thing I can think of. That is the highlight of what my career would be, and it would define everything. And so that's why Delta. And let me tell you what, Tim Jefferson had a Y Delta that crushed. It was beautiful. It was amazing. He didn't talk to all their core values, but he did. He told the story that was only for him. Nobody else has that story. Sure, there are a lot of people live on Camp Creek Road. Sure, there are a lot of people that play football. Sure, there are a lot of people that live in College Park. But man, the way he crafted the story was epic. I hear stories over and over and over. And why Frontier? Why Spirit? Those guys, listen, if you're going to ULCC and you're going to interview there, they're going to ask you why Frontier. And then they're going to follow it right up with like, well, if United gave you a call tomorrow, would you leave us? And that is a secondary part of this question. Because what you want to communicate is the fact that the organization that you are meeting with is the one that you have desired, that is most important. Think about on your first date. You are on your first date and you are sitting across speed dating. You're going to have less than 30 minutes in front of this person that you are going to spend the rest of your life with. And it is up to you to go and win your spouse, win your bride, win your husband, win your opportunity for a career that will last a lifetime. And so when you sit down with a ULCC and they want to know why you won't leave them in a heartbeat, you have to be convincing. You can't just give them platitudes. You need to be deep. You need to be vulnerable. You need to get out there and craft the story and come up with the ideas and think about the philosophy that will allow you to be compelling and believable and not sound like a robot and not sound like you just are throwing this out and you've got 6 more interviews in the next 5 days and you're just here to collect CJOs. Because if you put that out there, they're going to pick it up. And when you put that out there, it's not good. And they can see it a mile away. So go in on your date, on your one date, and crush it and come back married to that airline. That's what you want. That's why you're there. You're not just there to hang out and see how it goes. This isn't Tinder, right? This is straight up like lifetime. And so if you are working to craft a story that is all your own and a why that is only for you, you are going to have a great, great career because they are going to hire you in a second. And that's how you set it off. So take that and work on it. Write it out. You'll hear me over and over and over. Get your notebook, get your special interview notebook, and write the Ready for Pushback interview notebook. And write why at the top of the page and come up with your whys. And if you don't have anything compelling, anything that is knocking it out of the park, I need you to think harder. I need you to put pen to paper. I need you to have the discussion with people that are like-minded, that know you, and help them, ask them to help you craft that and it'll be great. And you'll be able to come up with this why that is impactful. And then you need to practice it, and you need to get prepared, and you need to be able to crush. Don't try it cold, warm it up. So that's what I've got to say about the why. And I hope that you found value out of it. I hope that it was important. And if you want to talk about it, you got questions about it, you can go reach out, hit me up, podcast@spitfireelite.com. You can at our website and ask us questions there, but it all comes back to you and how you are going to make yourself better. So until the next episode, go find that why and go make yourself better. Have an awesome day. Hey, before I let you go, I need to mention one thing because a lot of people are asking me, can you do anything? Can you help me with this? And the answer is yes. At Spitfire Elite, we will make more millionaires this year than Major League Baseball will make in the next 5 years. Our company actually does this. It's called Spitfire Elite Interview Consulting. And you can find us over at spitfireelite.com. Our clients, they call us the easy button for interview prep because everything you need to crush your interview is there in one spot. Whether it's application review or interview prep, all of it is covered. We've helped thousands of clients who are now flying at their dream jobs because our coaches gave them the one-on-one feedback that they needed to succeed on the biggest day of their life. The best part of Spitfire is our community. All Spitfire clients will get access to our private chats where they can work with each other and they can work with our coaches and get the latest information on all the airlines. If you'd like to make sure that you are 100% ready to go on your big day, there is only one choice. Everything you need is in one place, and I think it's pretty affordable. You'll have to take a look for yourself. Just go over to spitfireelite.com and check us out. Use the coupon code podcast and it'll save you 10%. And by the way, I will see you on the next episode. The statements made on this show are my own opinions and do not reflect, nor are they under any direction from my employer.